Hi, and welcome to my channel, Pretty Pink Soul Movement. I'm Michelle Cool, and I'll be doing your new moon in Aries reading, which is on the 24th of March. Now, I was actually going to skip doing this reading, considering what's been going on, and a lot of you will also be feeling like super drained and just wanting to like withdraw into yourself. And you also notice that the current energy and circumstances in society is supporting that as well. So please know that this is part of a larger plan and it's happening for a reason. I'm not talking about people getting sick as a reason, but there is a dramatic shift in consciousness happening, and that happens just like how do we learn our lessons, right? It's always through these really tough, painful times, and this is what's happening, globally in our consciousness. It's like a forced change because this year is a foundation year and we need to reestablish our firm foundation in our self-awareness and who we are and what we're here to actually do this lifetime. It's like the great global awakening, and I was thinking about today, and it's like, okay, it makes sense why my guides wanted me to create my channeling course so people can get in touch and support themselves. Okay, it makes sense how, another project they want me to do after that. It's like, wow, all these things, like, it's like I knew certain things were going to happen, and now I'm seeing how society is reacting and I can see why. So I'm hoping that for you too. I hope that you can see past the facade of what's happening and move into yourself more deeply, more into your soul more deeply. And the big thing that came up today when I was channeling this at lunchtime, what's this energy about? It was a lot to do with the shadow side, your shadow work. Whatever fears are coming up for you now, that's an indication of where you need to do your shadow work and where you need to heal. And this is what the universe wants you to release at this time and to work on. And if you've got the time, this is perfect time to work on it. Also perfect time to study what you want to study, where you want to grow. Most of us, not me, but most of the world, they're actually got the time. You've got the time to do stuff now. Like it's pretty amazing, and hopefully you're getting paid, to do that soul work. So I woke up yesterday morning with the tarot card, the Hanged Man. And I was like, okay, what's that? We really need to see a different perspective about this situation, which is obviously why I'm doing this video, because we can shift how we feel about this. And I know people are doing crazy, crazy things, and that's their shadow side. But what the universe wants you to do is go, okay, yes, that's happening, whatever. However, how am I right now? I'm safe. My belly's full. I've got food in this moment right now. It wants you to really do that whole law of attraction thing and focus on what you've got now. Be grateful. Ooh, be grateful for what you've got now. Bit of apple juice saying hello. Focus on what you have, because that draws more of that to you. We all need to retreat and stop projecting our fears out there. And I know it's hard to not talk about it. Stop talking about it. Just stop it. Talk about, I bought a new deck today. Talk about anything else but, if you feel the need to for 5 minutes, do, but please, like, for the rest of your day, focus on what you want to achieve, where you want to grow in your soul, taking time out to nurture yourself, doing beautiful things for yourself and your family and your body, and, really take that time to chill, clear spaces, prepare for a new life, because that's basically what it is. It's like, we've finished Pisces season. We've gone into Aries, so Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac. It's about the deep unconscious. We suffered like crazy, didn't we? And I am Pisces, and I suffered like crazy too. Which is weird because the video I did wiggity way back before, what they told us it was going to be good. Okay, it is good, but when you feel, you know what I mean? It's just that whole, when you go through that epic growth, you can't see it's good until you're probably 6-12 months out of that stage. That's that kind of good. So yes, fun. Lost my point. Okay, I've made notes. Yeah, so there's just, we're being asked to focus on our goodness, to the whole law of attraction thing, work on that, research that. There's free videos, Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks. If you're feeling shit, listen to that. That's like what my coach used to say to me. She didn't say the shit word, but do you know what I mean? If you start your day with that every morning, it lifts your vibration. You need to lift your vibration. How do we do that? We do that by doing a bit of our deeper work, even though law of attraction says not to do that stuff, but I disagree with all. Do a little bit of that, because you need to be aware in order to release it, and then spend the rest of your time focusing on, I want to make this, I want to create this, be a kid again, play. I literally all last week, when we're going through, shifting through that heavy energy, literally on my card decks that had a play in it, came up with play, inner child, this and that, and you just need to distract yourself and shift your energy. And you can do that in an instant by doing the things you love, So that's what I'm going to say about that. So I pulled some cards. This was the first card out. Ascension. Shock, horror. This is exactly what we're doing. We're getting entwined in more of the ascension energies. We're kind of going in deeper, even though we're raising in vibration. And that's what happens when you raise in vibration. You have to release, so she's got kind of like bit of, I don't know if you can see, a bit of webs on her finger. It's like you're entangled in the mesh of society, and this is what you need to release yourself from. And to detangle yourself, it's icky, right? If you walk through a web, you're like, I can't get it off. That's kind of what's happening. We need to shake this energy off, because we've got the pillar here, and we're sending up new vibrations, new foundations. We're setting up a whole new way of being, a whole new energy. And this is what's to be expected for the next 3 months, I'm hearing. So explore yourself and go deep within. Like, set your compass, set your compass for higher sights, for better things, and be open to better experiences coming towards you. And just like that, everyone always says, all the spiritual people, everything sometimes has to fall away. I'm not saying it's going to, but do you know what I mean? Like, I know that's where people are feeling really panicky. Like, oh, what if I'm going to lose this? What if I'm going to lose that? Yeah, but what if something better comes into place, and we can't think of what that is, because the universe knows better than us. We don't, our ego doesn't know the way. So be the explorer about what that is. And, here's the P word that we all love. Patience. We're being asked to be more patient with the process. And I know we want things over and done with quickly, but just remember, focus on, am I safe now? Do I have peace now? I've got peace now. I'm talking to you. I'm trying to help people. I feel at peace with that. This is my soul craft. I feel good. It's quiet outside. I just went to the shops and I got some bread, got some milk, got some eggs. I'm doing good. Some toothpaste too. Felt a little bit dirty because I did try to buy 2 packs of toothpaste. And then I was flagged on the system as, one of those like hoarders. And I had to put one back. Fair enough. I'm just thinking, the hygiene thing, that gets me. Anyway, side story. Even patience and stuff. Patience with people for I was frustrated last week. I'm like, stop being stupid. Stop doing stupid things. Stop hoarding. Stop doing this and doing that. But then you end up going, oh, I better go get an extra one of those because, all those other people are grabbing it. It's such a flow-on effect. And we can't break through, unfortunately, to those people that are doing it. And I see on social media, people abusing people. It's like they're going to do it whether you're yelling at them to, not to do it or not. You can't change people, unfortunately, but you can change you and your perception and bring back that energy back to center. Stop scrolling on the Facebook. Stop scrolling. Stop watching the news. Just stop it. Retreat. And have patience in this process while it's trying to unfold for us, because obviously things can't change overnight. Sometimes they can, yeah, but we've been asked to be patient in this process. And of course we have the shadow work, the shadow card here. It's bringing up everyone's shadows. It's bringing up You know, what has come up for you? Your security. Then that's something you need to focus on. And then that will mean, I always get these chakras mixed up, but I wrote it down. Did I? Oh, God damn it. Root chakra. I forgot to write it down. Yes, root chakra. If you fear your security in your job, or you're this and you're that, work on healing your root chakra, because that will help you establish that. How do you do that? Be in nature, sit in nature, put your hands over your root chakra and ask to be healed and that energy to be released. Yeah, so fears around security and abundance and things like that. If you're experiencing that, then that's what you need to do. Go into your shadow side, like what's really coming up for you right now. Just like jot down. I did have some questions that I wrote down at lunch. Got a feeling this one's going to be another long one. Okay, so what's your shadow side in this time of the unknown? Is a good question to write down and answer for yourself. And where are you distracted from your path because of what's happening? Get you thinking and see what comes to you. I don't want to talk more on that one. Tick that. I'll forget. I think that's all the cards. In the pre boundaries. Let's talk about that. Yeah. And this is like for the impulse and stuff like that. Again, it's a whole retreating from the situation, retreating from even different other situations, retrieving your energy from what you're putting out there. Like put some boundaries in place. You need to do it. Even write it down to say, I'm doing too much of this. I'm doing too much of that. I'm watching too much TV. I'm reading too much about what's happening on the world. I'm scared. Put some boundaries in place with yourself. Just say, okay, if I want to know what's happening, come back to me. Yeah. If I want to know what's happening in the world, I limit my social media scrolling time to like 5 to 10 minutes a day. You know, that kind of thing. Put some boundaries in place to protect how you feel, and put your focus and energy into things that make you feel better. Okay, so I wanted to talk about Aries as well. This is something, if I remember, that I'm going to try to do, full moon and new moon. I've done a little bit of a list of the Aries pros and cons. Just to give you an idea where you might be imbalanced at this time, because we've got the Aries new moon, and we know a new moon is a dark moon and you can't see it in the sky, and this is when our shadows come up even more. I generally get the feeling that things are starting to like calm down a bit. I don't know if this is just where I'm living or if this is collective, but something tells me it's going to calm down a little bit. But we can do that. You can change energy, you know. It's just like if I walk into a room and I can feel tension here, by me being me, I can change the whole energy in the room. And so you can too. If you're watching this, you're a light worker, you can do this too. So if you can change the energy of the room, you can guess if you change 20 people in a room, you change the energy of that room, you've changed them. They go and, obviously not so much at the moment, but like you're in your car, you're driving past, you're affecting everyone everywhere you go, whether you're in your house or out of your house. Do you know what I mean? Like, so by you changing your energy, it's super powerful. You can change the world, right? So try to focus on doing that. Don't know where I went with that. Anyway, Aries, I've done it. Aries pros and cons. Yes, so dark moon, people might act up or you might just be feeling even worse. So that's why you need to focus on the positives. Okay, so we'll do the Aries cons first. So this is when you're in balance if you're feeling this energy at this time. Oh, it's an Ibis birdie. So in your Aries energy, if you're trying to force things before they're actually ready, projects, people, life situations, my contract's supposed to finish next week at work, and I thought, okay, it's Friday today as I'm filming this. I'm like, I really want to know, I don't want to think about it on the weekend. You're like, no, I can't force it before it's ready. What will happen and what will be. I'm always looked after, just let it go. If you're being insensitive to other people's feelings, yes, people are acting irrational out there. But once you get over that shock a bit, you know, you might find you'll release that energy and just go, people have been, you know, haven't done their shadow work. They have no idea what shadow work is. All I can do is control myself and how I feel and manage my emotions. If you're impulsive, Aries cons, that's an imbalanced energy, being impulsive, reacting, instead of thinking, not overthinking, but, you know, just thinking things out and being a bit rational. Being aggressive, which people are currently doing. Acting without thinking. And impatient and moody. Okay, Aries pros. Waiting things out and seeing. Being courageous and brave in there. I guess, like, I just feel Aries is very, you know, it's that, the Rams, masculine kind of energy. Expressing truth in a knowing way, like from a soul way, in a balanced way, not in a put downy way. They thrive on challenges, which, you know, to that Aries energy, they feel like the progress will be achieved in all areas depending on what they choose to focus on. So what do you choose to focus on? So that's how you know if you're shifting between the Aries balanced energy or the imbalanced energy. Well, I like it that. I hope I remember to do that next time. Okay. Discuss that. I don't know if I want to write that. Oh, I wrote some stuff at lunch. I'm like, that's funny about it. I don't know if anyone else will take it. Funny. To me, I'll tell you what I wrote. I wrote to discuss a fake survival guide. Fake being because I think what's happening is being totally blown out of proportion. I spoke to my guides and they're like, there's nothing to worry about. And it's just amazing how you realize how people are so controlled, you know, by media and what's been happening, which I'm not a fan of. I haven't watched TV for 8 years. I don't even have an aerial installed in my house. Like, I don't watch, I don't read news. I couldn't really give a shit. It's not to say I don't know stuff, but I don't want my energy swayed. And when you're a light worker, energy healer, whatever's, you know, a sensitive person, you take that on. And that's why a lot of us empaths are drained, because like we're feeling that collective energy and we absorb it. It's just what we do, and it's hard going, so we're more tired than normal, which is, you know, a usual thing. Okay, so now I pulled some tarot. First card came out was good old Nine of Wands. This is how we're feeling. We're feeling defensive, like we're exhausted. What the fudge sticks is actually happening to us? We're like holding on way too tight to everything. You know, we've got the Four of Pentacles here in reverse, but we're slowly learning how to release it and see. We're like, of course the Devil card had to come up. There's things happening behind the scenes that you are unaware of and you'll never be told. And usually things like this, there's a front, there's something dodgy happening behind the scenes. That's the impression I get. Take it or leave it, whatever, no need to comment. But I see this as like the confines of society, not being told all the information, blowing things out of proportion. I just get this dark energy about what's happening. It's not to say we can't transmute it. It's just very shifty, not in a good shift way, you know. It's just dodgy brothers are us, you know, which is why we're feeling how we're feeling. However, you know, we've got the Ten of Swords here. We'll be releasing that. It's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna be as big as everyone thinks it's gonna be. Or fears it to be. My guides have said there's nothing to worry about. And my heart goes out, you know, to the people that they say have passed away to this. Like, it's terrible. I'm not condoning anything, right? However, I also believe in soul contracts. As if you've watched my channel and watched my soul contract video, if people are opting to leave this planet now, I feel like that was their choice, you know. And would I be saying this if I lost someone to it closer to me? I don't know. But I'm just channeling the message. Okay. We're scared. We've got the Ace of Pentacles here in reverse. Scared about our finances, scared about our manifestations, scared about, is anything actually good happening. It is. It's just a you know, we've got the bottom of the deck. We've got the moon reverse. It will come to light. I just feel like it will be released. But to keep up your spiritual practices will help you get through this time, and having strength and birthing new projects here with the Empress, like birth new things. This is the time now. Like you have the soul strength for this right now. And it might be the whole patience thing, and things will take time for it to birth, but this is what you're asking. Well, the universe is asking you to focus on now. And take your time. There's no rush. Take your time with things. Okay. So we've discussed the shadow side. I wanted to ask the cards, and I usually use this for, like, you know, full moons for releasing and stuff like that. But because of what's happening, I wanted to ask, what do we need to release as a collective energy? Now, you have your personal karma, you have your ancestral karma, you know, through your family lineage. I wanted to see what's our, like, collective karma. What do we need to release as a collective? Because the people, if you want to be a part of it, you can help release this for the collective as well. We don't need the whole world to do it. We just need some people to do it. So what do we need to release as a collective to help shift this energy? Surrender, fear, Shakara. So anyway, refer to the first 21 minutes of this video. I'll read it anyway. Let go of fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. I couldn't have said it better myself. Love it. Surrender worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. So this is the stuff that we can do to help shift the energy of the collective. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart, your creations, and have faith that spirit is always guiding you. Surrender worry. Surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response, which is perfect for what's going on at the moment. Because, you know, when we think we see people doing the wrong thing, we want to, like, most of us want to, like, have our 2 cents worth, whether it be on social media or, do you know, I got called the C word the other day, and this was an astrology group, and they posted a joke meme. And I was like, oh, I'm such an Aquarius, I don't like being told what to do. And I got accused of stuff and called the C word. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. People are going fucking crazy. So anyway, I just blocked them. I didn't respond. But yeah, defensiveness is a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of strength. If you feel inclined to go that way, totally understand, because, like, sometimes I'm just like, did that just happen? Yeah, and that's been my last, like, week and a bit, but now I'm starting to come out of it a bit. Yeah, communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered, and hear someone out. You don't have to agree with people, but the thing is, people want to be heard. So, you know, it's just like having a partner and you think, oh, here they go again, they're saying the same old thing. That's probably because you haven't been listening. Like, no one's actually really heard them going, oh, you think that? Really? How come? Tell me more. They can get it out and then they shut up. Winning all around. Was that helpful? Click yes. Oh yeah, this is a big thing. So surrender unhealthy relationships. This is a perfect time. And for me as well, like, I get approached, not a lot, but more than I'd like, you know, people with misaligned energies. And it's like anyone really, like, yes, you can go, oh, but that's obviously your vibration. Yes and no. Because at the end of the day, I'm poor moths, but, you know, the whole moth to the, like, light thing, it's that kind of thing. People get drawn to that, you know, they want to, like, suck your energy and stuff like that, unconsciously most of the time, subconsciously. Perfect time. If you're setting up a strong foundation this year, you can't put up with the shit that you've put up with before. you can't put up with the people that drain you, that demand of you, that don't give anything back. Like, you really need to reassess your energy. I have people, they'll come into my life and they'll be like, oh yeah, cool, I'll get this and that, and then ghosted, which is fine because it shows me who they are. But I'm not going to welcome them back. If they come back again, bye-bye, you had your chance. Do you know what I mean? Don't get to come. So you got to think about, like, the boundaries covered for what's your boundary, what's your energetic boundary. Your situation with unhealthy relationships will be different, to mine. I'll just read this card. So it says, let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. And don't say, if you've got like 10 crappy friends or 5 or whatever, it's better to have no crappy friends and work on yourself and your soul work and what you want for your future than putting up with shit like that, because that energy will drag you down and you can't go high if you're holding on to these like people that don't serve you. Like, you have to let it go. You can't just be like, oh, well, I have to be friends with them because, 10 years ago they did this for me. If it's not aligned anymore, it's not aligned anymore. And you can just try to tell them, just say, we just don't vibe that way anymore. So, okay, so by doing those things for yourself as well is going to help the collective for others. So those are the things we really need to release. And like, my heart chakra is really hurting right now. Whoo! Okay, okay, cool, I did that one. I've written down how to clear and shift your energy right now. That's it. Disengage from the lower frequencies. Shut down, no deal. Like, don't let the collective energy get to you. Focus on you so you can raise the vibration for everyone. No pressure. It's not as hard as it seems. And notice your reactions. So how you react to things are things that you need to work on yourself. I think that's pretty good. Oh no, I want to do those cards, and we need to talk about the new moon intention setting. Remind me. Okay, I just want to use this deck a bit first, please. Messages for us now. Oh, and the Castle of Dreams. Flip it upside down. Question your beliefs. Shadow it. I've never had that card before. See the love in disguise. X marks the spot. Well, that's the thing, right? Because it's that whole perspective change, and see what's being broken down around you, because society needs to rebuild itself in a better way. People are talking about no one, there was, where was it? Oh, the dolphins in Venice going up the canals. I don't know if they normally do that or not, but anyway, it was, an article that I saw. It's like, it's like giving the earth an opportunity to heal as well, because we're always like, it's like having beautiful grass and everyone's like stepping on it all over all the time, and and then before you know it, it's like dead grass. Like, the earth, Mother Earth needs to rejuvenate as well and take some time out as well as everyone else. Like, it's what's actually happening is like a blessing in disguise. And I'm not talking about people dying, so please don't have a go at me. But just like the all-round, let's rest. Let's not travel. Let's stay home, which is, perfect for me, because that's what I love doing anyway. But I understand people will struggle, but that's the thing. Sometimes, well, not a lot of times, psychology says most people always like, I'm so busy, because they're so distracted from their core. They're like, okay, if I buy this, then I'll feel better, but then I look better to other people. And if I get this new thing, and da-da-da-da. Like, I've got my phone, which is like a 5S, which is pathetic, right? But I also don't like Apple, but long story. But do you know what I mean? Like, there's no need for me to upgrade. I couldn't give a shit what someone thinks about my phone. Do you know what I mean? Care about me. But a lot of people upgrading all the time, in a way, if you dug beneath the surface, is because they feel incomplete. Do you really need to buy a new phone every year? No, it's that kind of thing. Like, we're forced to the point where, like, okay, what are the necessities? Now we're all like foraging for necessities. Those are the things that are important. Like, having the latest up to date, whatever, is not important. It's nice if it's your hobby or whatever. Do you know what I mean? We really have a huge perspective change around what's actually valuable. Like, our family's valuable, spending time with them, not always be on the phone. Toilet paper is like You know what I mean? Like we're seeing things that we never thought we'd see. You know, it's quite an amazing time. So yeah, try to flip things upside down, question your beliefs and see things in a different way. And you have the power to change it by doing those things I mentioned before. In the Castle of Dreams, this is a perfect time to focus on your dreams, to focus on what you love, and be altered by your reality. This is such a creation phase, like we're being forced to go with it. It's like, you know, I may say it every video, and yeah, me too, I sometimes want to blow my brains out, like, ugh, how many times can I say this? But that's what comes up, right? But now you're forced. When you don't do something, you're forced. Just like if you eat junk food and stuff all the time, you're going to get fat and you might have some health concerns. Like then you're forced. That's when you go, oh, I actually do need to make a change right now. Like things are getting real. Do you know what I mean? So now you're forced to look at your dreams. You're forced to reprioritize. Well, you're reprioritizing your whole life. Oh my God, like, what am I doing with my life? Like, food's more of a priority now. I can't get can't get this, can't get that. Well, my soul work's important to me. Like, oh, I don't have to go to work. Okay, cool. So I can pretend I'm working from home, but I'm gonna probably do something else, you know, like most people probably gonna do. Like, there's so much you can do at home. Like, it's giving us time to focus on our dreams, you know, and make changes in that area. So like, freaking awesome. Like I even feel even though I wrote most of this stuff before, I feel like I've shifted my perception and my perspective of things. Now I did a reading on these cards on my Facebook page the other day, and I like the messages. So let's see what final messages we have to close out for this video. Oh my God, intention setting. Thanks for reminding me. I'll pull this and then we'll talk about that. Okay. I just closed my notebook. Hopefully you're feeling a bit better in your energy right now. Now's the perfect time. Get your notepad out and start focusing on, you know, what's your intention? Was it your intention to shift the energy of, you know, the world? That can be intention. That's my intention. I remember I was doing a course a couple years ago, and this is like, it's probably like 5 years ago. And I was like, I don't know why, but I feel like I need to help the world heal on an epic scale. And I don't even understand why I'm saying that. But it was like a message from my soul. Like it didn't make sense to my brain, but it's like that's my soul need, that, you know, that's what I want to do. You know, so if you have something that's like coming up from within you now, it doesn't make sense, who cares? Write it down, you know, set that intention for the new moon on the 24th. Magic. Healing. Also, look at these cards. These are awesome. Because you can manifest magic. We're manifesting healing, and they keep me. I haven't had my heart chakra hurt in so long, and it's stabbing at me. There's a lot of healing going on, and it's rising quite deeply. You know, there's pain in my heart for what's happening around the world, you know, but this healing will take place. So that could be setting your intention for healing for the new moon. You want to learn something new, write that down. Like what are your intentions? It doesn't have to make sense, because magic is happening now. Once things that are old start breaking away that don't serve us, magic can come in a lot better, and you can manifest, you know, new moon intentions. We're setting ourselves up for manifesting. It's going to be beautiful. I'll read the magic one. It says, shift your focus to a positive view. We are all interconnected, linked by a magic thread. So yeah, you can shift the consciousness, help us. Like, shift the consciousness of the earth. You can shift these things, but just by doing your part. You don't have to make anyone else do it. Just do your part, you know. Believe in yourself. You have magic within you. It's beautiful. I'm going to read the healing one too. Heal past wounds with forgiveness and awareness, which is what I mentioned before. By healing yourself, you can become a healing force to others. Physical healing can happen once your wounds have been confronted with awareness. And look, we've got the connection card. We've got renewal, rebirth, which is what's happening, and intuition. Trust your intuition and the message messages you're receiving from your soul right now. Connection. We are all connected by a universal sea of energy. All that you think and do will have an effect on the world. Like, did these just like basically clarify what I was saying before when I was channeling before? Reach out, connect to the world around you through love. And we do that with our soul work and our intention setting. Renewal, rebirth, which is what we're going through right now. Reassess what needs to be renewed and give yourself a fresh start. Clean up all the things around you that clutter your life, toxic energy. Give away things that you have to people that need it. Intuition. Look at the areas in your life that need decisive action. Search your heart for the right answers. Listen to the messages that come from your intuition and follow through. I knew this one was going to come up. Oh wow, that one's funny. Games. Do you feel that you need more fun and play in your life? Is someone playing games in your working or personal life? Do you need a game plan to improve your status or direction? I feel like we've established the game plan going forward. Don't let this time do your head in. Don't let people do your head in. Do your own thing, chicken wing, and things will work out. Watch your energy shift. Food. Funny that. What is no longer sustaining you in real life? Where do you see yourself in the food chain or toilet paper chain? Is your life abundant or are you lacking in any area? I feel like this is more like, do you feel like you're lacking in area and to shift your focus into what you have. See how she's present in the moment and looking at an apple before she's like shoving in her gob. You know, be more present with life and what you have and how lucky we are to have what we all have, you know, and keep that focus when you're swaying or in doubt or feeling in chaotic energy. Watch this video, shift your energy. Let's help shift the collective. You've got this. You can do this. Thank you so much. Don't forget to check out my channeling course. Perfect time to be doing that. And connect with your own guides and your own intuition, and it'll help support you through this time. Thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome new moon. I hope this video has helped you. Thank you for giving me the energy I need to get through. Thank you for always watching me and, you know, liking, commenting on my work. And, you know, as hard as it is right now, I feel very privileged that I have this forum to help whoever sees this video, and do my bit to help shift the collective. So thank you, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.